her her name. She said her name was Maybe.
Welcome to the new Captain America Wave 2 Civil War review. Put on your patriotic shoes and begin your march to G1 Toys, where we are covering the next installment in the Shadow of the Civil War series. Is Hasbro ever going to give us a break with new collectibles? I'm sure the CEO is shouting a resounding no and booking his next trip to the Bahamas as we speak. Hey, at least all of our hard-earned cash is going toward a good cause. We welcome you to join us today as we explain the sensational stories that surround our new wave of goodness. We finally have a Fury from our beloved comic archives. This gentleman first appears in Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos #1 in May of '63, and served as an elite U.S. Army unit. He's not exempt from special powers and must get along with the ladies after partaking of the Infinity Formula, which increases his longevity, hint hint. When you don't see him chomping on his cigar, Fury is making crucial decisions that could make or break his commandos. And as the focus shifts, we see a most anticipated Black Panther figure who puts the bite back into the Avengers collectibles. Fresh from the jungles of Wakanda, we see Black Panther first appearing in Fantastic Four #52. This guy's no pussy. He has eaten the heart-shaped herb, not to be confused with the heart-shaped box. He comes equipped with enhanced strength, speed, agility, senses, healing, and reflexes. Shrouded deep in the jungle lore, T'Challa is the king of an African nation, earning his throneship at an early age. He is a panther god and a feisty feline. And as we head into super villainy, we come across Frank Simpson, better known as Nuke. Making his debut in Daredevil #232, he was an unfortunate victim of the Weapon Plus program that created Captain America but went horribly wrong and left him deranged. Not only is he constructed from cybernetics, he also has 2 hearts, so you'd think he'd be kind and sensitive, but he ended up a puppet for the government. With his history of servitude, he sounds like a perfect candidate for the Hillary Clinton administration. And what country is signified by the color red, kiddies? Well, that would be Russia. And what better representation of this massive country is there besides the one and only Red Guardian? First appearing in Avengers #47, Alexei Shostakov was a test pilot until the KGB took notice and had a prearranged wedding set up for him with Natasha Romanoff. Yep, you guessed it, Black Widow. Upon faking his death before the wedding, the KGB made him their personal servant through World War II. With martial arts training and hand-to-hand combat, they sought out to make the Red Guardian the Captain America of Mother Russia. For our Build-A-Figure extraordinaire, we will see a Scott Lang version of Giant Man, which all but confirms his presence in Civil War. How many more clues could they have given us that this version would appear in the May 6th release? We are still excited, and all homophobia cast aside, we yearn to see this sensational new character grow and grow and grow right before our eyes. So in order to save time, we skipped the origins for Cap and Iron Man so we could save it for another future review. Turning our focus to this fun new wave, we see a good diversity of characters here. This really is a man's man set. There's a lot of testosterone right here on this table, guys. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but this is a sausage party right here. There isn't one female. I wouldn't usually say anything, but this is a table full of dong. Well, let's check out the box, guys, on this Captain America Wave Legends series. You got the Captain America shield at the top, Build-A-Figure Giant Man series, and there is Captain America in the package. There's his shield. He's got 2 new features on the shield. I dig. I'm liking it. The head for Giant Man, you're getting right there at the top. You got the Marvel Civil War Captain America right there, and then the Hasbro logo at the bottom. Then on the back, you have a picture of Captain America looking awesome, and then the characters needed to make Giant Man there at the bottom. If you like to pause it and read it for that story, you can now. But starting from the left to the right, we're going to start with Black Panther, which in my opinion is the best figure in the wave thus far. I really like him just because he's Black Panther. He looks awesome. It's just a great scale. It's going to fit in perfectly with my Avengers set. But I'm going to say one thing right now, and this is a hearty thanks to Hasbro for finally giving us double jointed elbows on all the figures in this wave. Guys, I couldn't be happier, and I want to thank Hasbro from the bottom of my heart, and thank Hasbro for many others out there as well that are very pissed with the recent additions to the Marvel Legends universe with no double jointed elbows. It's been really a travesty for a little while, but they're back and they're doing good. So let's show you Black Panther close up here. Look at this sculpt, guys. Fantastic. His face looks really great. The necklace there around his neck is sculpted perfectly and looks fantastic as well. I like that it's not a separate piece. I actually like that it's stuck there on him. It's very nice. He's got a lot of detail that you don't even notice till you get it up close, like this on the forearm. Right here, he's got the paint detail on the fingers right here, the fingernails. He's got the silver paint detail right there. But man, this Black Panther looks very movie accurate. Very cool. I'm just partial. I love all black figures, and this is no exception. Down there at the feet, you can see there's some extra paint app too. He does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. All standard articulation for Marvel Legends, but except for now that they're back to double jointed elbows, and I couldn't be happier. So let's put him back and look at the next figure in the wave, which is Nuke. Now, Nuke is my probably second favorite figure in this wave, just because he's so detailed. I mean, look at this figure. He's got this paint app on his face that's just intricate and beautiful. It looks great. The hair's a little bit weak, but it's not too bad. It's got a little texturization in there. But man, he's got all this extra stuff. Look at this paint app on the grenades. You get them actually painted green, which is very cool. You get his bullets there painted a different color. 2 different colors actually, and it's really done nicely. The gun's a little bit strange, but I do dig it, and it's got the star in there, which just adds to it because he's, you know, part of the Captain America world. So I dig that. I really think that's awesome. Look at all the detail though on the straps. Everything on this guy has been amazing so far. I cannot complain whatsoever. He does come with that gun and this knife that sheaths right here in the back. Really cool looking knife actually too. As you can see, the detail on this knife looks really nice. You can see the silver paint app. And it's just looking so good, guys. Just straight out of the jungle almost, it looks like. It looks fantastic. This figure is all around awesome. Even detail on the boots with the peg holes at the bottom of the feet. This guy is an exception to the rule when it comes to figures. I'm so glad they made this guy. Now, he does come with a head swap, as does the Black Panther. I'll show you that head swap too. But this is the head swap you get. Since he's cybernetic, you can see the cybernetic body, or the skeleton underneath the face there. And that was done fantastic as well, even better than the other head sculpt in my opinion. Wow, this has been a monument, this figure right here. I never expected such a good looking figure. Now to show you the head sculpt for Black Panther, there's the head sculpt right there for the human Black Panther without the mask on, and it's not bad looking. I much like the Nuke better, but it's not bad either, and I'm glad that they added it with this wave of figures. So very happy thus far with those 2 figures on the left. Then we have the third figure over, which is Nick Fury, comic book version Nick Fury, that is, and he looks great too. Guys, I'm going to keep this one for my collection. I might even have to get rid of the Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury just so I can keep this one. This one looks so good. I like all this extra detail. This sucks that the gun's stuck in this holster, which they need to get away from, but eventually they will, I hope. This is a separate piece, which is really cool on the leg. He does have this is the holster for his gun right here as well, which the gun is pretty cool detailed, I thought. Looks like a little Walther PPK or something almost, but not sure what that is exactly, but it looks pretty nice nonetheless. But very nice figure. Paint apps are solid. There's no smearing on this guy. He's got a sweet looking main head sculpt, and he does come with 2 other head sculpts, which we're going to show you right now. And I thought that was quite amazing on a Nick Fury character. Oh my gosh, there they go, tumbling down. And the walls came tumbling down, right? That's what just happened right there. So let's put these guys back up again, and then we'll show you those head sculpts for Nick Fury. Now, Nick Fury has really impressed me quite a bit. He's got this halo-looking head sculpt that's pretty cool. It's right here. As you can see, it has a lot of good paint app on this thing. I really dig it. It kind of looks like a Halo mask, and I love that too. So very cool, guys. I'm loving it. Very nice head swap that you have there with Nick Fury. That's a good addition. And then you have this other one too that has this green piece over the eye. Looks very awesome, guys. I love this. There's so many options with this figure, and because of these head swaps, I can set this guy up in so many different poses, and it's going to be awesome. I love it. Moving on to the middle characters, Captain America. Now, they got some extra things now with the shield. I like the straps on the arm. I don't know what it is, but I do like that. Also, they raised the star on the shield a bit, which does give it more definition and makes it look a little better than the other shields thus far that they've come out with. And this is, of course, the Civil War Captain America. There's some things I like and there's some things I don't like, but I do think that this Captain America is pretty decent for the most part. I still want to see something completely different because I'm sick of Captain America figures, but I must say this one does not look bad. I'm not going to, gripe about this one too much. All the articulations there, the double jointed elbow, so I can't say many bad things about that Captain America, and I won't say very many bad things about that. He doesn't look bad at all. Moving on to the next figure in the wave. This is the Red Guardian, probably the least favorite figure in the wave for me. He does have some shadowing and some nice airbrushing right through there, but I'm not digging this character. I hate the mohawk. It looks horrible on him. I just don't like this character quite as much. There's a little bit of shield scuffs that came new with this one, so I'm not sure why, but it just doesn't look like a nice shiny new shield. I don't know. I'm not digging this character very much. Does have the star in the back, but man, nothing too fancy here with this guy, and he's definitely the weakest figure in the wave as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't want to get this figure for myself. Probably the second weakest figure in this wave, and I don't care that he fell because he's pointless. Anyway, this is Iron Man right here, and the only redeeming quality about this Iron Man, in my opinion, is the effects that come from his that you can put into his hands, and you can place them into his feet as well, make him look like he's flying, put him in a flying pose. He's a little taller than most of the Iron Man figures I've been getting lately, but I do like the feature of the hand blasts and the feet blasts for propulsion. Looks pretty nice, but again, I don't like the figure very much. The gold's weak, and it's not very shiny. The red's not very shiny either. It's almost like it's a flat red and gold Iron Man figure, and I just didn't like that as much. I was pretty disappointed when I saw him in person, up close and personal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the big Build-A-Figure in this wave, and that is Giant Man. Now, another figure that I'm not extremely impressed with, but there is some good qualities about it, and I'll go over them with you. Right here in the face mask, you can see his eyes underneath there. So they sculpted like a little face under there, which looks really cool, and I dig that. I'm glad they did that. But man, they did not make this look like the movie version, at least not from the Ant-Man movies. I just, I was a little bit disappointed with that. The detail could have been better on this figure. I do like the fact that it's but you can feel some texturization through here on the chest, and everywhere on the red has that, which is cool. I like that. That was well done. And of course, I like the eyes underneath the face mask as well. But as a whole, I was not impressed by this guy. And he's really tough to get to stand up. But I can't see any really extra amazing things with this Build-A-Figure. And the Build-A-Figures are really supposed to be the coup de grace of the wave. So I just don't get why they didn't put a little bit more effort and time into this one. They could have made these, more of a silver like the Marvel Legends Ant-Man did, and made that really shine and come forward to the camera and come forward for your collection. This is just kind of a letdown a little bit. I was going to put him in my Ant-Man collection anyway, and he does stand pretty tall, guys. He pretty much towers over these other figures. He's about 12 inches tall. So he's got some girth, guys. He's a big man in this wave, and it's cool. It's cool to see that they did this. I'm glad that they did it, I guess, but I'm just not way impressed with him. Let's make him do the splits there for a second. But guys, that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you quickly the hands that came with Iron Man. These are the hands. I'm not impressed really. I mean, again, they're just extra hands, closed fists. Not anything real special. So I'm not too impressed. I'll have to move on from Iron Man. But 3 of these figures out of this wave were amazing in my opinion, and I love them. So let's go ahead and get into all their grading next, and we'll show you how well we think they stacked up against the other Marvel Legends this year. And now we will venture into the grading category for this particular Marvel Legends series set. And isn't that very important that we grade our action figures? That's what we're here for, guys. We're here to grade these figures before you buy them so that you can make a good judgment on which figures you'd like for your collection. Now, starting with the very important category of appearance. You want your action figures to look cherry, right? So this is why we do this category. Appearance is going to get a straight 7 out of 10, and we love it. Going into the next articulation field, which is a very nice field this time. I love the fact that everybody has double jointed elbows, and in my book that's going to earn it an extra point, so we're going to give it an 8 in articulation today. And then for durability, this group feels fairly durable for the most part, no complaints, so I'm going to give it a nice grade of a 7 in that category. And then into collectability, I don't think this is a set you need to run out and buy right away. The only figure I wanted was the Black Panther and possibly the Nick Fury. So I mean, for collectability, it's not going to get a fantastic grade, but since Nuke is in this and he looks so good, it's a little better in that respect. So I'm going to give it a 6 in collectability, and then that gives this team an overall score of 7, which is a very respectable grade. Now guys, we're going to get into the ending sequence. Thank you so much for watching our review again, and please stay tuned for more amazing reviews coming up very shortly. Guys, the action figure gods are busy granting us new installments this year, and we wish to say grace. Dear plastic deities, although we are grateful you bestow us with more Captain America figures, please see it in your hearts to send us some variations of Cap that we can use in our displays, or maybe, just maybe, we've had enough of the Cap already. And please bring back double jointed elbows for good. After all, men cannot live on bread alone. Amen. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing once again for more Marvel Gold. Also check out our eBay store at G1 Toys 2015 for the latest and greatest. We leave you with the G1 lesson of the day. Keeping secrets only works when action figures aren't released before the movie. Take heed of this valuable G1 advice and channel your inner toy. Welcome to Marvel Matchup, the game that puts the D in dating. I, Jonah Jameson, will be your host today, so without further ado, let's introduce our contestants. On the left, we have a special cameo appearance of Spider-Man, and next to him, our Man of Iron and Playboy, Tony Stark. Coming in third, but first in the hearts of every warm-blooded American, El Capitan. Next, we have the man that needs no introduction while in his giant form, Ant-Man. And last place in our lineup, we have a brother that's just jonesing for some jungle love, the Black Panther. And introducing a fan favorite and dame to kill for, we bring you Black Cat.
Well, thank you, Jonah. I've been looking for a man who can make me purr.
Well, we have a good variety here for you, Felicia.
Don't reveal my real name. I'm trying to keep it on the down low.
And that's exactly where we want you, right, fellas? So let's ask our potential bachelors your chosen question, shall we?
If a huge meteor was heading right for us, how would you divert its course?
Take it away, Spider-Man. My spider sense would no doubt be tingling way before it ever got close, so I would spin a web of epic proportions and suspend it above the planet where it was intended to strike. This would create a slingshot effect and send that meteor packing.
That's a pretty decent answer.
How about you, Tony? Well, since I'm tight with the Guardians of the Galaxy, all I'd have to do is make a call, and that meteor would be space dust.
Impressive. That would leave more time for us.
Damn straight, sweetie. And the Cap? Well, I'm married. To my country, that is. But really, I don't believe in a God-fearing land that such an atrocity would be allowed to happen. So you ask me, how would I stop that meteor? And I would say to you, by the power of prayer, ma'am.
So basically you would do nothing.
Physically, yes, but mentally, I would make that meteor my bitch with a faithful plea for help.
Well, you gotta respect a man with conviction.
Now, Mr. Giant Man, how would you respond to this make or break you question? I would grow so big that I could use my ding-a-ling as a baseball bat and Mickey Mantle that thing back to the Kuiper Belt.
That's the most disgusting answer I've heard so far.
I'd have to agree, Felicia.
Really?
Anyway, for our last contestant, we have the Black Panther. And how do you answer the lovely lady's question? Will I call up some hard-hitting brothers from Compton and head down to the CIA where I knows they have the technology to stop an interstellar threat? Then I would make those white folk release the Kraken on that meteor. Don't you worry, baby, I got you.
Well, it would be kind of nice to stick with my own species, I guess. I don't know. The choice is so hard for me.
We're in the final moments where you must make a choice.
Fine. Let's go, Giant Man.
What? You chose him? Why?
Because size matters. See ya.
Little sister, it's the stage. She can't help it, she's coming of age. Little Junior, he's all